Good morning, traders, and welcome to a Trading Wave Market Weekly Analysis, where we'll be looking at the instruments, how they performed last week, and what we expect going forward. All right, guys, before we move on here, please take note. We have the Black Friday special. It has been running for quite some time. So if you've not gotten a chance to pop in here and purchase one of the subscription, which is very, very, very cheap with up to like 50% off, please do take advantage. This will be running until the end of November. Right, so you've just got a few days that you can take advantage of our special. Please do take note again that our next 10-day live course that will be hosted by my colleague Victor himself, it will be starting on the 5th of December. So we are just a week away, then we can start that 10-day live course. Right, so for any our contact details, if you guys wish to inquire, you can go to our YouTube page. There is our YouTube page here, Trading Waves. Okay, so if you look at especially the content that we release over the weekends, you can just click on that one. You will get our contact details there. You will gonna have our email address, our WhatsApp numbers, Telegram number, where you can reach myself or Victor himself. We've also got our email address there. If you want to inquire regarding any of our service, feel free that you can send us an email there at info@trading-waves.com. Again, please do follow us on our social media pages just if you want to know more or see more of our work. Right, so let's get started. Before that, I'm not gonna show you like the befores and the afters, how we've traded that. I'm gonna refer you guys to this video here. Go right into this video here. This will show you how we have forecasted the market in the past few weeks. And if you are into the markets, you'll see that what we've been forecasting, what we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks, it is just continuing there. But go and watch that video there where we had about 20,000 plus pips move that we forecasted and we also traded as well. So watch out on that video there. Right, so let's get started and let's have a look at the markets. What we expect going forward here. Now, let's start with the DXY as usual. So the DXY on the 4-hourly time frame, I've been talking about this one week in, week out, that we should see the DXY dropping to the downside. Yeah, so the idea still remains the same. Nothing has changed. We normally have something that we call the festive rally. Now, the big question is, has the festive rally started? Looks like it has already started here. Looking at the DXY, that it is dropping. You'll see that majority of the instruments are making the moves to the highs that we have seen this year. So that's where the question, whether the festive rally has it started yet. Now, talking about the DXY, I've been talking about this, that it will eventually drop. Structurally, simple looking at this year. So we've been looking at this 5-wave move to the downside here, completing our wave A. 335 structure here, completing our wave B as an expanding flat. We're simply waiting to see a drop to the downside for a move that is going to be related to this one. We can still have your DXY trade as far as somewhere around the $94 before we can speak of a move to the up side. Now that should tell you that we should be expecting that the US dollar pairs are going to make a rally to the upside. Look at your Euro US dollar. We've been talking about this one. So from these lows here, this has traded about 500 pips a move. From these lows to around this area here, this is 500 plus pips move, and that's what we have been talking about again. I still expect that this should make a move to the upside. Obviously, inversely correlated to the DXY. So we have been looking at this one to have been this 335 structure here, expanding flat. So we're simply looking for a move that is still related to this one. Yes, simple ABC structure, just like what we had on the DXY. Now, obviously, obviously your C wave move needs to be made up of the 5-wave move. So we're simply looking for this. If we do get pullbacks, as long as this swing low here, it is still holding, we're going to be expecting that the euro US dollar should eventually still continue with the move to the up side. Unfortunately, if you've been doubting this, not getting entries around this area here, you will be dying to see this pullback here. The market does not owe us to give us this pullback. This can keep on making a move to the upside. There's something that I always call it a runaway market, which you're not gonna see the symbol, the waves here. If you look at this is more of like clear 5-wave move to the upside that we're seeing here. It's so common that your C wave move, if your A move was having a clear 5-wave move, then your C wave move will just be impassively without any pullbacks. Right, so that is just so common. So do expect to see a rally to the upside here. Like I've said it, if we do get those 3-way move pullback, for me, this should just be a buying opportunity to the up side. Your pound US dollar, we've been talking about this one here, that we should eventually bounce off from around this area here. We've been having this here to have landed right into the blue box. Refer again to that video that I'm telling you that we had this one into the blue box here, started to make a move to the upside. Even when this was giving us this pullback, I kept on preaching that as long as this swing low was holding, we should be seeing a move to the upside. So from these lows to around this area here, we've seen over 500 plus pips a move. I still expect that this should make a move to the upside. Just bear in mind that the market does not move in a straight line, so that's why we will be looking for this pullback. If we do get those, doesn't have to come now, but if you do see a 3-wave move pullback here, as long as it's still holding above this, then we will be expecting that your pound US dollar should still continue with the move to the up side. Your US dollar chief, I've shared this one several times that we're simply waiting to see this one to drop all the way to the downside. Obviously, positively correlated to your DXY. 5-wave move to the downside a year, and then this made a 335 structure. Here's an expanding flat corrective structure. Obviously, if you are not familiar with this, or you just know Elliott wave as a simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a pullback, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you probably don't know what's next after this 535 structures a year, so you wouldn't know. And again, if you just know that it's just a zigzag structure like this, then when you get to see structures like this, you're expanding flat corrective structures, that's where you get confused. I keep on saying this. I remember somebody mentioned here sometime weeks back that we were having a structure like this. It was on a DXY, that the DXY is going to drop because of that expanding flat. He said that the analysis was funny here, but the DXY has already dropped. I don't know why he mentioned that, whether he's familiar with the Elliott wave or not familiar with that one. As funny as it is, as long as you identify the structure, that's the most important thing, and that's the thing that will make you make money when it comes to the Elliott wave. The decoration of your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a year, that doesn't make you money. Structure identification is the most critical thing, and that's what I always emphasize in our members area every time we're having the live market analysis just before London Open, that we all about the structure identification. You identify the structure, then you are good to go. That you are very likely to know what's going to be the next move. 5-wave move to a downside, expanding flat corrective structure that we've seen here. We're simply waiting to see 5-wave move to a downside. So this could be a wave one, your wave two. I've showed you this one again, how we've been expecting this drop to the downside. So I still expect that this is going to drop all the way to the downside on your US dollar chief. We're simply waiting to see, can we get this 3-way pullback? If we do get that one, then it's just an opportunity to make a move to the up, to the down side there, simply and straight forward. Like I've said it, is the festive rally has started, and it looks like it has done so. Week in, week out, I've been showing this move to the upside here, 3-wave move to a downside here. We're simply waiting to see this move that is going to be related to this one on your Australian US dollar. So you've seen here that this has made above 300 something pips from this low a year, as we've forecasted the past a few weeks. So we're simply waiting to see, can we get this 3-wave move a year? If we do get that, then it's going to be a simple straightforward move to the up side. The session should not be long, because we've been talking about these moves week in, week out, so I should just be quick and not make it too long. Again, nice impulsively move to the upside, 3-wave move to the downside that we've saw here with the connector being an expanding flat. One more leg lower. I've been showing you how we wanted to see this one more leg and then this move to the upside. Yeah, this is about 350 plus pips to almost 400 pips move already here. So we're simply waiting to see, can we get a pullback, three-wave move pullback that we see here. We're simply looking for a buying opportunity to the upside on your New Zealand US dollar. US dollar CAD, I've been showing you this from last week that we are looking at this to pull back in a three-wave move, or alternatively, an alternate view is that this drop all the way to the downside. Now remember that the US dollar pairs, they are positively correlated to your DXY. We want to see the DXY dropping all the way to the downside. So we're just asking ourselves a question here: can US dollar CAD be the structure here? Made a drop to the downside, three-wave move structure to the upside here. Obviously it is big here, so but this could just be a three-wave move lower here, and then a 5 here, this being your 335. Maybe these two have been our wave A here, and we get this one to drop all the way to the downside here. Then we have this as our wave C after this wave B here. Now bear in mind, this is taken from the fact that we've got what we call a correlation. So like I've said, it DXY positively correlated to the US dollar based base. So that's what could trigger that this give us a big drop to the downside. Other than that, we've been focusing this three-wave move structure here. I came in here last week and I said the market can treat this to have been a three-wave move structure. Might look as impassive as it is a year, but this could just drop from a year. And look at this, it has dropped a year. This is almost at the equal legs a year. Now the big question is, can it get to the equal legs? Are we going to be expecting to see a rally to the upside here? Now I'll tell you what, don't just go and trade this and say this is going to buy a year. We need to see something on the rest of the other US dollar pairs, what could cause them to drop lower. If there's something that's calling your euro US dollar to drop, your pound US dollar to drop, your Audi New Zealand US dollar to drop, then you've got a valid reason why US dollar can just get to the equal legs here and then it make this move to the upside. If you don't see those on these other US dollar pairs, then there's no need to buy into this here, because that will mean we are very likely that we are going to drop. But like I've said it, that is just based on the correlation. But structurally, we've been looking at this five-wave move. Unfortunately, a five-wave move in whichever direction could be starting something or it could be ending something. So be careful with this one here. It could have ended that flat corrective structure I was showing you, and it's time for this one to drop. Alternatively, started a move to the upside. If it has started a move to the upside, then definitely we're gonna see this making a move to the upside somewhere around this area here. Alternatively, hold the level, make a move to a downside, pull back in a three-wave move here, one more leg lower here, or it can even be just a sideways move before the actual move to the up side. But this is a very interesting instrument to trade here, US dollar CAD. Right, so your US dollar JPY, this has made a rally to the upside here. This has made what looks like an ending diagonal. Your one, your two, your three here, your four here, and this to have been your wave F5. Now, with the positive correlation to your DXY, we would expect that this might drop all the way to the downside here. If the DXY drops lower here, then we might be seeing US dollar JPY to be dropping as well to the downside. Now, just to show you something here on the weekly time frame, I also like to look at the candle patterns here. Look at this. This has been diverging on the daily time frame here for quite some time. But look at this from somewhere around this area here. This is the candle patterns here. They are showing us that the move to the upside is no longer that strong, especially from around this area here. We've been making a move to the upside, yes, yeah, but I'm focusing more now. Look at the higher that we trade here. Look at the candle patterns in terms of size. They become smaller and smaller and smaller. The wicks up and down, the wicks from this candle here, we get a reversal candle, we get a reversal candle, we get a reversal candle again here. That is almost bearish engulfing to this one, and we're starting to get this drop. Now it's very likely that this is going to continue with a drop to the downside. If this swing high still holds here, then we are going to be expecting that this is going to drop. If we see one more leg up, it might just be one more leg up take the liquidity out here and then eventually start to give us this drop. I'm not entertaining any buys on these yen pairs here. Whatever is happening, I do believe that they will eventually give us a drop to the down side on the yen pairs. But obviously, you need to have some confirmation. We use a special indicator that let us know when these moves are likely to play out. Right, so your pound yen, yeah, I've been looking at this one that it should drop. Okay, somebody came in once and said we don't discuss our failed moves a year. Believe me, I do share those as well a year as I do the chart update. I was expecting that after this drop, this was ready for a move to the downside. But I noticed something that these drop, especially on your Euro JPY, your Chief Yen, they were made up of a three-wave move. So that's why we seen pound yen here to be making this move to the upside. Yeah, but this move to the upside could be the one more leg high, yeah, and then eventually this start to give us a drop. But again, do not just try go and pick this high a year. If it make this move, you keep on shorting this. Just wait for this confirmation. Impulsively move, you get an impulsively move and then a three-wave move corrective structure, and then that tells you that I'm almost confirming I'm done with the move to the direction to the upside. Yeah, it's time for a drop. So we just need to see some confirmation here. Other than that, I would expect that eventually your pound yen will start to drop. Euro JPY, I wanted this to drop all the way to the downside, but when you zoom into this here, it made this three-wave move, made a three-wave move here, and then this came exactly into the blue box. So now if you look at from around this area here, this has made an impulsively move. So it's got a very likely move that this is going to give us one more leg up here before we can start to see a drop to the downside, simply because of the three-wave move that we saw a year. So the one more leg might be seen here before we can expect a drop to the downside on your Euro JPY. The very same thing that we saw with the Chief Yen a year. As much as I've been looking at this one, that it has ended the move to the upside, probably this being your 1-2 year, your wave 3 or 4 year, this should have been a wave 5, but it looks like that was not the case. Three-wave move that we've seen here, if we take this high here, we are very likely now. Already, if you look at this from here, this is very impulsively here. So we are very likely that we might see this move to the upside before we can expect to see a drop to the down side. But I will be entertained that the yen pairs should eventually start to give us a drop. One more leg up, diverging, because we've been having a very strong divergence on the daily time frames. I'll show you this. If you look at this on the daily time frame, your weekly here, we are having a very strong divergence that is taking place. Let me see this on the weekly time frame. We've been having this divergence here. Meant to zoom out like this here. Look at this. The price has been making the new highs here all along, but the RSI, it is trusting to drop a year. It's making this. Now, we just need to see some confirmation. A divergence without any confirmation. I always preach this to our members that a divergence without any confirmation does not mean anything. It can easily be erased. So you gotta be careful. Spotting a divergence does not mean that you are exactly getting the market topping or bottoming here. It can still get erased easily. CAD yen, remember that I've been talking about this one. I can refer to last week's sessions or the 2 weeks session. I've been looking at this to have dropped, made a move to the upside. I wanted this to come and take this higher and then a drop. It eventually came and take this higher, and from here to around this area, this was over 300 pips a move. But what we've seen here now that after it made this three-wave move to the upside here, it eventually made an impulsively move. So this impulsively move, it's got a possibility that this might have just been your A here, your wave B a here, and then this will be your wave C, and then we eventually get this one to make the one more leg up a high. Now, especially that we've got this impulsively move here, if it pulls back in a three-way move structure like this, then against this swing low, then this might see one more leg to the upside on your CAD yen. By one more leg, I'm just referring a leg to the upside. It could be just a five-wave move and then a drop lower here. But this has been a nice one here. If you've traded this one, I had one of our members that came in and told me that he made such a nice amount of money here with this drop. He was eyeing this CAD yen, and he was just targeting this structural level here. Obviously, he wanted to see this drop more, but he took majority of the profit when we got to the structural level. So that's why I always say that we're all about structure identification. We identified this three-wave move structure here. Now we know that two things happen when you have this. You have this as your wave one, your wave two, or you have this as your wave A. Now, with that in mind, every time when the market get to these structural levels, what do? You offload a majority of the profit, and then you hold the remaining one, obviously, at the break A. Even for such things, if they happen, at least you do not cry all the way out that you've made so much money here, all of a sudden you just lose it here. So this is what we preach, that structural levels are the level that to take note is be whether the reaction will take place there, be in your favor or against you. But this has been a nice one to the downside. Now we're getting this drop here. Like I've said it, if we pull back in a three-wave move against this swing low here, we won't hesitate. We'll look for that move to the upside on your CAD yen. New Zealand yen, if you remember last week, I was looking for this to have dropped lower here, and then I was expecting that this was going to give us a three-wave move structure, one more leg lower here, which would have been an A, B, C here before it moved to the upside. But that never happened. Instead, the market just treated this to have been a corrective year, and it is making this move to the upside here. The more is obviously this has gone to as far as 85% to 90% retracement here. So it raises the chance that this will not give us the three-way move that we're looking for. It will just continue with the move to the upside. I've been saying this, that with your out US dollar, New Zealand US dollar, they're expected to make a move to the upside. So these two yen pairs, they are supported for a move to the upside. So that one did not play out. We're not able to get that impulsively move. Same thing applies here. Audi yen, we wanted to see this, made a move to the downside. We wanted to see this here. At most, I was looking at this to be a three-wave move structure here, maybe a flat as our connector here, one more leg lower. This is where I wanted to buy, but that did not play out. Eventually, the market made a move to the upside here. Now it looks like it's just going to give us this throw pullback. Now, with this impulsively move, we're simply waiting to see, can we get a throw move pullback? If we do get that one, then it's going to be a buying opportunity to the upside on Audi yen. As for Euro Audi, we are still around this range a year. We made a drop to the downside. I've been talking about this one for quite some time. Made a drop a year, made a three-wave move to the upside here, three-wave move lower here, and then now we are building this three-wave move structure here. So I'm expecting one more leg up. Three-wave move, W here, wave X here, so I'll be looking for a wave Y. WXY here, obviously, would be nice if this does not go beyond this point. If we can get this one more leg up here, somewhere around this seller, I would be expecting that this is going to eventually start to give us a drop to the downside on your Euro Audi. Euro New Zealand, the very same thing here. We saw an impulsively move here. Again, like I always say, an impulsively move. If this was ending something here, that will mean you are very likely to have had this move to a downside, three-wave move to the upside here, and then this just make a running flat corrective structure like this. Okay. Now this has made an impulsively move. This is expected to make a three-way move structure. If this five-wave move to a downside was part of this flat corrective structure here, then you're gonna see this make a move, break these highs here, make more move to the upside before a drop. But if this is a standalone move, of which I expect that this might be a standalone move here, then this could just be one of those that is going to give us a very deeper correction. Come somewhere around this area here, one more leg, do not take this high here, and then from there start to give us this drop to the down side. Okay, so those are the two things that I'm expecting there on your Euro New Zealand. Obviously, intraday trading, yeah, this is still very expected. Make a move to the upside, impulsively move, put back in a three-way move here. If this year, this is still very tradable to the downside before we can expect a move lower. But the big one, obviously, I want to see that one giving us a move to the up, down side. EuroCAD made a nice three-way move structure, even though it did not get into the blue box. I still wanted to see this after this drop. I wanted to see this one more leg lower here, and it missed with a few points. Eventually, it has made this big rally to the upside here. Now, can this drop to the downside here? It can, because this did not take this high. This could just be a move to the downside here, five-wave move. This being your three-wave move. This being your three-wave move lower here. 335 a structure, make a structure like this here, expanding flat, and then this just eventually just give us a drop like this here. I'm just showing you what could cause it to drop all the way to come around this area here, just like I showed you on your US dollar CAD. 5 wave move to the upside, this being your A here. Your wave B might not be done, like I've said it. This could just be an A here, 335 structure here, and then this completes your B, this being your A, your B here, and then this becomes 5 wave move to a downside, be your wave as C before we can act in the actual move. This will get a lot of will confuse a lot of people if it does happen like this, but it's very likely that it might be the case with an EuroCAD. But for now, because of this move to the upside, I favor that every time this puts back, okay, I'm just showing you an alternative view there, but I favor that this would be done here with a structure like this, and it's time for a move to the upside. Made a nice impulsively move here. Again, it could be starting something or it could be ending something here. If it's ending something, then this might be 1, 2, your 3 here, your wave 4, your wave 5. That is done here. It's time for this to drop. But if it pulls back in a 3-wave move, we're simply looking for this buying opportunity to the upside on your Euro CAD. Euro Chief, I still like the idea that this should make a move to the upside. I've shown you my favorite structure that I'm favoring, that this has made 5-wave move to a downside here as a leading diagonal. Your 1, your 2 here, your 3 here, your wave 4 here, your wave 5. Now we've seen this impulsively move. Now this looks like it is done here, but I still want to see something like this 3-wave move, impulsively move. This being your A here, or this could be your wave 1. A 3-wave move structure could bring us a wave 2 here, or your wave B, okay, or this becomes a wave 2. Then from there we get this move. Whether this is going to extend to the upside for the 3, 4, 5, I'm not worried about that. For now, I just want to see a move that is going to be related to this one here. We get this 3 move structure here, trade execution to the upside, targeting the equal legs of this here. We get that equal legs, 80% off of the profit, 20% remaining at a break even. So that if this makes your 3, your 4, your 5, maybe come around this high here, this being your 3 here, your 5 here, structure before this, because there is the next structure. If we were to break or never have this A B C structure here, the next one will be we come and take this high here, one more leg lower before the actual drop. But again, we are very aware that this could have just ended the move to the downside. It's time for this to make a move all the way to the upside. Now the way to position that is that you get this to give you a 3-wave pullback here, then you look to buy this here, and then just to look to position yourself for the big one to the up side. But so your euro pound, I would still love to see this one here drop, make a move to the upside here. Just looking at this from around this area here, or this swing low, we have seen a move to the upside here that has made a 3-wave move. 1, 2, 3. Connect back in a 3-wave move here. Now we're simply waiting to see this. This could be your 1, your 2 here, maybe even get this one to come somewhere around this area here, one more leg up. Then from there, that's when we can look for a short move. This will be your W, your wave X, and then this will be your wave Y before we can give us a big drop to the downside. Don't forget, I've mentioned this one a couple of times, that this might still have a room, that it might make a structure like this, drop to the downside from those highs here, and then make a structure like this, one more leg up, retest these highs here before a drop. But we will see if can we get around this area here. Once we get around this area here, we will be assessing whether are we getting this one to make one more leg up, or this is going to pull back in a 3-wave move, because it can still do something like this to pull back, make one more move to the upside here, come and take this high before it drop to the down side. But obviously it has to make sense to what we are expecting on the pound pairs as well. But as going forward next week here, I'm expecting to see this one more leg up here before we can expect to look to short euro pound. The pound pairs, pound Audi, I always refer you this to the video that I've made about this one in the channel. Go check it out. This is still in play, no matter how long it's taking here, but this is building something very nice that can give us a number of pips a year. We've got this massive drop. This is over 1,000 pips. Now this made an impulsively move, simple straightforward here. Now, I would expect that at some point we still need to see a move that is going to be related to this one. Yeah, one could say, oh, it's a wave one, this is going down.
I'm not. I don't. I don't. I don't care much now whether this is a wave one here or this is a wave A. I'm simply looking for this to be a one or A here. This is where the elephant is a year. When are we ready for this drop that is going to be related to this one a year? This does not look like it is ready here. I will zoom into this and I'll try and break it out for you, and I'll also try and explain why do I'm still patient with this here. That will make a lot of sense. If you look at this, we've made a nice three-wave move to the upside here, and then we've made another three-wave move to a downside here. Now, go and calculate this. Look at the time that was spent when we were building this W here. Because this is what we're looking at, WX. At some point, we need to have a Y if we have a W. Look at the time that was taken building this W here. You can count this. And then now, look at the time that we are taking building this here. This is almost a there now. Now, I know a lot of people might have said, or given up on this, that this thing does not come where I expected this to come around this area. The time makes the time needs to make sense here as well. There's no such thing when you learn the Elliott wave. This is just from my own experience that the time that was taken building your W must be equal to the time that was taken to build your wave AY. So that could be the case here. But look at this. This could be your A, your wave B here, and then we might be getting this one to come somewhere around this area here after this three-wave move structure here. So this could be your W here, your wave X, and then this to be your wave Y. But I do believe that something this week might come and trigger that we start to get this move, sharp move to the upside, and then from there a drop, just something that is related to this one here. A, B, C structure here. This WXY building your wave B. So I will be expecting at some point your sharp drop to the downside. That will be your wave SC. Pay attention to that one there. It should be a nice one to the down side. Obviously, pound New Zealand, the two instruments are positively correlated. The very same thing that we've seen here. I've been talking about these yen pairs, these pound pairs. Impulsively move to the downside here. Five-wave move to the upside. We're simply waiting to see this three-wave move lower here. One more leg up. This being your A, your wave B here. Then this to be your wave C. Now that will be building. This to have been your wave A here. This to A, B, C to build your wave B here. One more leg lower here. Then from there we can look for a move to the upside. Now with this in mind, your focus one, focus two, focus three, you already know what to do in the intraday. You know that we are still looking for a move to the upside. Now you just wait for this. Can I get a pullback? I look for this. How far would it go? That's when we want that's when we are here for you guys to guide you that how far this can go. Yeah, you get this to the right level. We know that we want to take this one down. You focus on this intraday trades. That's where the intraday coming in a year that you can look this based on the forecast on the longer time frame. Before we can even talk about this very big one to the upside, we still have about over 2,000 pips that we might still get here before we can come talk about this big move to the upside. But that's what I'm going to be expecting going forward on your pound New Zealand. Your pound chief. I have this one as a chart of the week. We've seen this one here. I've shared it on the social media. If you are following us here, that we've made five-wave move to the upside from these lows. That's when we got into the blue box. We were able to trade this from here, about 371 pips move to the upside. Yeah. Now we've been simply waiting for a pullback in a three-wave move, and we wanted to buy this. Obviously, I wanted this to drop all the way to the downside here, and it missed the blue box with a few points. So there was no other trade. We wanted to add into this here, but it did not get to where I wanted to, and now this has started to make a move to the upside. But now your wave 3, it is expected to be aggressive more than what you're seeing on your wave 1. But if you look into this here, this has made a move here. Now, but this is not aggressive here. Now, there is a possibility. I know that some people might have already bought into this here. Yes, I'm not saying it can't just make a move to upside here. It can just make a move to the upside here. And then those that have been waiting for this year, those orders did not get filled. Okay. Now, looking at the characteristics of this move here, something would still drive your pound chief that it drop one more leg lower before a move to the upper side. I always say this to our members that if you've had a blue box that has been front run, do not try to chase it yet, because the market has got a tendency that it will come back. It always find a way to come back. Now, if this does come back, this is a strategy that we have in mind already, that this is your A, your wave B, your wave C here that has made this a BC. So this could complete your three-wave move. This could be a three-wave move to the upside here. This be your wave X. And then this could still drop in a three-wave move here. And then we have this to be our WXY before the big rally to the upside. Now, don't get me wrong. If you've already got this trade here, you were able to jump in here, something else that you were using confirmed to you that this is ready. Just do the honors and run this trade at the break even here, so that if it does come back with this three-wave move here, you're still gonna have a stamina that you can still jump in here. Because some people, once they get stopped out here, they get confused. They don't know what's the structure that is next here. But if you've got breaking out in a break even, you're gonna approach this with a clear mind to see what is really happening here. And like I've showed you, that if this does come back, we'll be probably having a WXY. That's when we might see this move to the up side. Now, every time when I look at pound chief, I also look at euro chief. Look at euro chief, made a move to the upside. Euro chief is somewhere here. I still expect this on a euro chief, this structure here. Now, with this in mind, on a euro chief, this is what could be calling for pound chief to drop. When the euro chief is competing this structure here, then euro chief, pound chief must still give us this three-way move structure here. This whole move can be equivalent to this just three-way move that we're looking for in a pound chief before that move to the upside. This is going to get a lot of people confused here. I know, definitely, but you don't have to. Like I've said it, just look at this three-way move structure here. Double correction, then you're going to be looking for that move to the upside. Yeah, that if it does happen. Now, Kerchief, very, very, very stubborn here, but I'll keep on showing you this again. Made a rally to the upside here. I do believe that this is being corrected. Yeah, five-wave move up, three-wave move to the downside. It still does not make sense that we have this one here to be correcting this whole move. So I still expect that this has made a three-wave move here. This has extended the leg to the upside here, but this could still come down in a three-wave move structure like this here before the move to the upside. Now, look at this. I showed you what could cause US dollar CAD to drop to the downside, what could cause Euro CAD to drop here. Now, this being your CAD coach pair as well. This is what I want to see. This three-way move lower here. Then complete that W here, your wave X here. Obviously, I don't want to see this swing high being taken out, and then you have this one to be a wave Y. Does this mean if it gets taken out that this is going to be ready for a move to the upside? Yeah, be careful. It might still come down. Three-wave move lower here. Make a move. Expanding flat corrective structure. Still come down a three-wave move before the actual move to the upper side. But I still want to see pound CAD dropping to the downside. Obviously, a confirmation still needs to be seen there. If you are a very conservative trader, you might just have to wait and see. Can you get a confirmation here? You want to see an impulsively move? Three-way move correction here. Look to take this one down for equivalent pips to this one here on your pound CAD. I don't normally discuss the cross pairs, but of those cross pairs, these two here, they are still my favorite. I think I've shown you this one last week, how we're able to trade these blue boxes. Yeah, let me just show you here. We had this intraday blue box on your Audi CAD. We were simply looking for this three-way move to the upside. This has already moved about 270 plus pips to the upside from this low here, or from this area of a blue box randomly from the area of a blue box. You would see that this has moved about 271 pips and move to the upside here. The very same thing with your news then get made a nice three-way move structure into the blue box here. From this blue box, this has made about 341 pips move to the upper side. Now back to what I want to show or want to share you with these two pairs. I've said this one. Look no further than this on the daily time frame. We are simply looking for this move to the upside that we've seen here, a big rally to the upside, three-wave move to the downside here. This looks done. Move to the upside here. Now, pullbacks, if we do get those against this swing low, then you should simply look for this. Because we could be getting a five-wave move to the upside here that is equivalent to this one. This being your A, your B here that is done, you might be getting five-wave move to the upside before we can talk about the possibility of a drop lower. News then care, the same thing here. Look no further than this impulsively move. History could be repeating itself here. I remember back in the days, when I was into these cross pairs a year. I was trading this move to the upside here. It was very nice move to the upside. Again, when we saw this move, I said this that history could be repeating itself. We get this impulsive move. We saw this move to the upside here, straight rise to the up side. Now, there used to be something like this. It's still out there. It's just that I don't look at that flag. I'll say this a year, and then the market will do this. And then it should form more of like a pole. So maybe you know this a flag, a pole here, and then a flag here, and the next move is a pole here. A simple textbook setup that might be playing out on your Newsland K here. Now, this is what I'm seeing: big rally to the upside, flag here. That looks complete here. Will be getting the big rally to the upside. Yeah, how far can it go? The minimum is at least this three move structure because we can still get this one to drop after that. But look no further than what is happening on a daily time frame. I expect that this is going to make a move to the upside here. So we're simply looking to see, can we get this three-way move pull back again with your Audi US dollar, New Zealand US dollar expected to make a move to the upside? This could be supported for a move to the upside here. So we are simply looking for this. Can we get this through a pullback against this swing low? You do get that one. That's going to be an opportunity that you look for a big one to the up side. Now, the precious metal, your gold, yeah, gold. I've shown you this one. How I've been wanting to see it to play out from these lows a year. I showed you how we wanted to see this rally to the upside, even though it ran the blue box a year. We did not get to trade this in the blue box a year. Yes, now and then we're able to jump into this impulsively move. But the biggest one that we're looking for was front run, but a few points. But we did manage to get it on a silver. Now, this has made a rally to the upside here on gold, and I wanted to see this playing out a structure like this here. Three-way move structure, and then the move to the upside here. Again, I've showed you this one several times. Go watch the video that we could have had this one five-wave move to a downside to have ended something here. Like I always say, five-wave move, do start something or do end something. Yeah. Now, this was an alternative view that we could have this running, expanding flat collective structure here, and then this just make a move to the upside. Yeah. Now, if you look at this, the way this has reversed this move here, my latest one was this being your move to the upside and expecting an A here, B here, and then one more leg, and then this move to the upside. Yeah. But because of this, we have seen the price to have reversed this five-wave move to a downside here, almost about 96% fib retrace this move here. So it raises the chances that gold will eventually no longer give us this drop to a downside and make this move to the upside. Yeah. But based on the rules of Elliott here, this swing high has not been triggered. So it might still not be a surprise that we see this drop to the downside here. But like I've said it, since we've made this 95-96% retracement here, so the chances are that this will eventually make a move to the upside. Yeah. I still wanted to see November. November is coming to an end sometime next week here. I wanted to see this monthly candle be an inside bar here, but it looks like it is going to get rid of that one there. Even if it does as an inside bar now, this has already made a move. I wanted to see that inside bar to form holding somewhere around these levels here. Now, the level that I spoke about a few weeks back was that we could get this one to come around this area here, or maybe make a structure like this, but still close a mantle above this level. Now it just came, take that level here, it has made a move to the upside here. Obviously, even if it goes as a running as a running as a an inside bar here, I will still be expecting eventually we are going to get this rally in December on gold. Just that it did not play according to what I expected exactly, but very likely that this is going to just continue with the move to the upside on gold. So even if you were looking to short, I've been preaching this inside the members area here that this retracement tells me that this is done. This is done here. It's time for a big move. This has always been supported by this on silver. Silver, ever since then, made a move into the blue box here. This is the one that had a very textbook setup. Three-way move low, three-way move high here, three-way move low. Textbook setup, hit the blue box, made a move to the upside. This was our first entry here. Second entry was on this blue box. I showed you that one. You can refer to that video. Now, we've made this impulsively move. The third entry that I was looking for here, I wanted to see this. The video that I released on a Tuesday, I wanted to see this one more leg lower here just to form this three-way move structure. I wanted to add another position here, but it did not do as expected here. What we've seen here is that this has just made a move to the upside here, broke above this high here. So this will be expected that it just continues with this move to the upside. I made a video on silver alone. John, check that one out. I still expect to see that silver might end the year maybe trading above the $30 a year. So that is very likely with your silver. So we're simply waiting to see, can we get the pullbacks a year? Just be mindful of this. Silver might do something like this. Made a three-wave moves a year. It might still make a three-wave move a year. I know this is going to wreck a lot of people and still come down in a three-way move structure like this. If it does come down in a three-way move like this, then gold might have a room or might have a reason to this pull back lower before the move to the upside. But I favor that we just see this move to the upside to these metals higher. Platinum, I've spoken about this one several times, that we've looked at this to have been a nice ending diagonal that has just made a nice V-shaped pattern a year. Impulse move to the downside, last leg, impulsive move to the upside, trend reversal a year. Short-term trend to the downside, but this has almost telling us that the trend to the downside, it is done. Now we are simply looking to see, can we get this through a pullback? If we do get that on a platinum, we're simply looking for a move to the upside. It might even come and take these highs before it can give you a deeper correction, but we'll be expecting a continuation move to the upside there. Your Brent crude oil, I've showed you several times that I've been expecting that this was going to drop a year. For some reason, we saw a very aggressive bounce around this area here. But as much as I still favor that this is going to drop, but remember that I'm talking about your US dollar CAD dropping to the downside, your Euro CAD dropping, your Pound CAD dropping. This is what could trigger a move to the downside or very aggressive move to the downside on this instrument. That's if we're gonna have your Brent crude oil to say, I'm done. This was just a three-way move structure here. I'm not coming back to this low. It's time for me to climb higher here. If this does happen in a Brent crude oil, then we're gonna see a very aggressive move to a downside on these instruments here. Obviously, I still favor that Brent crude oil to convince me that it is making a move to the upside. It needs to come up aggressively a year before it gets before it, if you pull your feet before it gets to around 50% of this year. If it comes up impulsively, then that tells me that we are going to see this move to the upside. But don't get me wrong, I'm still biased that this should drop lower. Yeah, if it pull back in a third move, I'll still be looking for this short to the downside on your Brent crude oil. A move to the upside is just an alternative view. What could trigger it to make a move higher? Right, so natural gas traders, if you are trading natural gas, pay attention to this here. We could be having this one to be a leading diagonal here. Three-wave move to the upside, five-wave moves are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diagonal here. That's what we could be having. So this could be giving us something like this, one more leg lower before the move to the upside. So you might just want to do something there on natural gas. I'm not going to waste your time with the indices here. We've spoken about this one several times. Refer to that video how we've been trading the indices to the upside here. All of them, majority of them, almost like four or not four, six of them, they went into their blue boxes. Out of the five of them, out of the seven that we tried, they hit their blue boxes, and we've been calling this rally to the upside. Simple structures, blue box here, impulsively move. Now pull back against this swing low here. We're looking for this one. Come back to the all-time highs. I still say the indices will get back to the all-time highs. That is simple, straightforward. Yeah. Your Dow Jones, the same thing here. We saw a nice three-wave move, a structure here that came right into the blue box, a rally to the upside here. We're simply waiting to see it. Can even come take this, pull back in a three-way move against this swing low here. We're simply waiting for the continuation move to the upside with the index. They don't have to give us those pullbacks. This could just keep on runaway market and then eventually get to these all-time highs on your Dow Jones. Your S&P 500 the same year, we saw a nice one into the blue box here as well, made a nice three-wave move into the blue box, impulsively moved to the upside. We simply wait to see, can we get this pullback? Getting those against this swing low here, we're simply looking for a buying opportunity to the upside. Your DAX, same thing applies here. nice three-wave move into the blue box here. We saw this one into the blue box, impulsively move to the upside. Can this continue from here? Yep, it can still continue, come around these highs here before it can pull back, or alternatively pull back here. But as long as it's against this swing low here, then we're gonna be expecting to see that move continuation move to the upside. Your UK 100, as much as this is low here, I've been saying this week in week out that we are looking at this three-wave move. This level has been respected, yeah. As much as this is low, I do believe that it's just a matter of time. This would eventually make a move to the upside, yeah. If this makes a move to the upside, those pound pair that I'm expecting this drop, be mindful on those ones. They will give us those sharp move to the down side there. Your Nikkei, I've been showing you this structure here. Nice three-wave move structure that was formed here. Three, three, five. Move to the upside, put back in a throw move. Simply looking for this one to continue with that move to the upside on your Nikkei. Nifty recently came and hit the blue box here in a nice three-way move structure here. We've been talking about this one that is going to hit the blue box, a leg to the upside, made a nice V-shaped pattern here. It can just give us a pull back here, or it can just continue with the move to the upside here until it hit those highs. Then before we can see this pullback, but eventually we will be expecting that against this swing low here, we see those move to the upside on your Nifty. As for the cryptocurrencies, been talking about this one here, that your Bitcoin, we are still looking at it to make a move to the upside. There's nothing that has changed. As much as the price action here might be showing some divergence here, I still expect that this is going to make a move to the upside. Yeah, we're simply waiting to see, can we get the pullbacks until Bitcoin maybe gets somewhere around your 40 to 50k area. Maybe that's when we might see a reaction to the downside. Five-wave move high here. Now this has made a three-wave move here. This could be your wave one or your wave A here, or this being your wave two as expected, or be this be your wave B here. Now we can get this 40 to 50k. If it gets there, react lower impulsively, and then getting to around your 5061.8 impulsively. If you put your fib in this area here, then that tells us that this is going to drop. Other than that, this could just get to around your 40 50k reaction through a move. A reaction through a move is just a continuation move to the upside. I've shown you this one, how we've been able to trade it. Recent trade that we had was around this area here, and then this is made about $11,500 move to the upside already here. Your Ethereum, simply looking for a continuation move to the upside here. We've seen a nice three-wave move bounce. I've been talking about this here, that uh, if Bitcoin made a move first, Ethereum was lagging, yeah. And I said, use your Bitcoin to trade Ethereum. It will get to 2K. Eventually, we went to about 2,000 somewhere, yeah, $2,150 a year. And then we've pulled back in a three-wave move a year. Now we are looking for this continuation move to the upside here. Now, what could be the worst? The worst that could be like this structurally. Three-wave move lower, make a three-wave move to the upside here, drop in a three-wave move structure like this here, then you simply have this, your W, your X, your wave Y. If this does happen, don't hesitate. Look for the move to the upside on your Ethereum there. Litecoin, simply looking for this one, that against this swing low here, or your $57, this should make a move to the upside. You will see that even if we zoom into this here, this has made what looks like a diagonal here to the upside. Your 1, 2, 3 here, a 4 here, with 5 leading diagonal here. Nice three-wave move that we're seeing here. We're simply waiting to see this move to the upside. Now against this swing low, it should not. Pullbacks in a three-wave move structure here. Obviously, in a lower time frame, we're gonna be looking for a move to the upside. Now we've gotten a ripple here. I've been talking about this one that it should not come back to these lows here. We're simply waiting to see a continuation move to the upside. Now from these lows here, this made an impulsively move to the upside. Three-wave move lower here. Three-wave move to the upside and move to a downside. Yes, simply expanding flat. We're simply waiting to see this move to the upside on your replay here. More continuation move to the upside, especially against these swing lows here on your ripple. Right, guys, that's all what I wanted to share with you. Please trade safe and responsible. And if you guys like our content, please do make sure to smash that like button, and also subscribe to our channel, and then make sure that your ring notification is turned on, so that every time we release that free content, at least you are notified. Right, cheers everybody, and have a good one. Bye bye.